It's that time of the week for the nerds and the geeks. WYBNOO. What you been nerding out on? It's been a week, 7 days, and we got much to say. So take it away, no further delay.
Hello, my name is Jacob Jones, and welcome to What You've Been Nerding Out On, or WYBNOO. Today, I am joined by Pope Art, who has really been nerding out on what he does so damn well, amazing art on controllers and just in general. And let's just get right into your introduction, sir. Who are you, where do you come from, and what do you do?
So I'm Pope, and I come from my mom.
Good
No,
answer.
I mean, no, I come. So I live in the northeast of England. So I'm kind of having to slow down my accent quite a bit at the minute, uh, just so people can kind of understand us a bit, you know.
Yeah. Hey, no worries.
But no, I've travelled the world for over 20 years for my career. So I've seen a lot of the world, but I always come back home because it's just amazing where I live. You know, I love the whole sort of, because I kind of live in the countryside, so it's kind of nice just to sort of come back, get a bit fresh air.
Yeah, I mean, I'm from Las Vegas. It's a big city. No fresh air here, but there nothing feels like home more than the desert. I know it sounds weird. The countryside sound amazing and a place I probably would be nice to live. But when I see this dark or this dirt and this dryness, you know, I don't feel any humidity. That feels like home to me.
Well, it's kind of weird because where I live, there's obviously a lot of, because we got invaded by the Vikings, you know, back in many years ago, and then obviously the Romans came along and tried to sort of put their stamp the ground a little bit. We've got all this we've got lots of castles here and lots of sort of heritage from that time, just on my doorstep, you know.
That's cool.
So just not far up the road, that's where the film The Real Harry Potter.
Oh, no way.
Sort of movies, because obviously there's, you know, they've got Alnwick Castle up the road, and then you've got Durham Cathedral. So it's all like, you know, spectacular to see, you know.
Yeah.
Like hundreds of years old, you know. But yeah, it's so that's kind of what it's like on my doorstep, you know, just hills and cows and farmed land and sheep and stuff, you know.
That's incredible. I mean, the closest I've been to that is we did go to Ireland, right the year of COVID, just you know, for a vacation, and it was March of 2020. It was incredible. I mean, we went to the Jameson distillery, and they were talking all this shit on Scotch, and it's like, look,
Did you get absolutely drunk?
yes, I did. Yes, I did
Yeah.
multiple nights. But I'm like, hey, I like all forms of whiskey. I like Irish whiskey and I love Scotch. I always have a bottle of Scotch at home too.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it was nice
Well,
seeing Blarney Castle and everything too. I mean,
yeah.
sure, it's spectacular where you are as well.
Well, the nightlife, yeah, because we're kind of one of the fifth best party places in the world.
Nice.
So number five's kind of cool because we've got over 3,000 bars in just one small area.
That
And
sounds
I
fun.
remember once I had an Italian client, you know, and we told her to come over, and this was like November time, so you can get to about -8 here in the northeast. So she was like, we told her on the night time, don't bring a coat, you know. And she was like, I know, but it's freezing, you know. I was like, no, but just don't bring a coat. You know, it'll self-explain itself. And it's because you go from one bar to the next, to the next, to the next.
Right.
So you don't even get a chance to be cold, you know. So, but then you're always stuck with this coat, and it's like, where do I put it, you know?
Right. Do I tie it around my waist? Do I put it on myself like some sort of cape?
So she did come with the coat, and then she kind of realized, damn, I should have just left this thing, you know.
Yeah, big mistake. It's like going on a trip and then stopping in a store to buy a souvenir and doing that at the beginning of that
Well,
particular adventure. And you're like, fuck, I'm holding this like mug for hours in a bag.
and then by the time you got it home, it's all smashed. It's like,
Yeah, it's all scratched up. Yikes. But
no, but no, it's been nice for to reach out and say, oh, do you fancy doing a chat with people? To be
yes.
fair, I don't really do many of these. Not just because I don't want to. It's just
Mm-hmm.
I'm just constantly busy.
Yeah.
As you can see, I'm always doing controllers somewhere around the world.
Yeah, it's
It's
staggering. Your work is staggering and impressive and incredible. And I'm very honored for you to be here. So thank you so much for joining me. But that is the reason for the season. That is why we are here. We are here to nerd out on what you do, for all the nerds out there, and that is create incredible pieces of art that people can play their video games on. So let's get into that. So what got you into art in general?
I mean, even when I was quite young, I was always kind of good at drawing.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of how I spent most of my life, just constantly drawing, doodling all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And but I always told myself I was never good enough. I
Mm-hmm.
just didn't have the confidence. And I grew up in quite a very poor area of Newcastle, where there's not much sort of opportunities to go to college, after school.
Mm-hmm.
You're more or less taught just to get a job. Like that's it. Like, that's your life. You just
Yeah.
go and get a job. Um, so I did many years where I found this job in a print house. So I was just
Mm.
emptying the trash, of the paper waste and things like that. But then one of the guys said, "Do you fancy learning how to use one of the print press machines?" So eventually I became a printer.
Hmm.
It was quite cool. And then this guy joined, uh, and he was a graphic designer. And I was like, oh, I would love to be a designer. Like I'm not good enough.
Mm-hmm.
But I used to draw portraits of people and like sell them.
Wow.
And so he checked my work. He's like, oh my god, you are like you're like a genius. Like
Yeah.
how can you not like be? You're telling yourself like you're not good enough. So
Mm-hmm.
that lunchtime, not far where I was working, there was a college. So I went up to the college and I spoke to the guy there, and I was like, "How do I get in? What do I do? To get these qualifications that I need to become a designer?"
Mm-hmm.
And he says, "Well, show us some of your work." So I had a book at the time, and I showed him. And he was like, "Yeah, you're on my course," and so I did me 4 years of like me master, like my degree and stuff like that, and I got distinction,
Nice.
distinction, distinction, distinction. So I ended up becoming like one of the students that had the most distinctions ever rewarded, uh,
Incredible.
which then led to us sort of designing for the Queen of England. Uh,
Really?
and yeah, and then I sort of
Wow.
ended up becoming headhunted, and then I started working with sort of brands. So I started working with Boss and Ralph Lauren and Chanel,
Holy.
Lacoste, Dolce Gabbana. Then I started doing bits of work with Duracell, which then Procter& Gamble sold Duracell to Warren Buffett. So then I ended up working with Warren Buffett.
Holy shit.
Uh, then they
Wow.
sold Pringles, because I was designing for Pringles at the time. So
Pringles.
they sold Pringles to Kellogg's. So then I ended up working with Kellogg's.
Oh my
So
god.
I inherited all these brands throughout the years of like working with them,
Mm-hmm.
and I kind of gained this reputation within the sort of design uh,
Mm-hmm.
sort of thing. And then one day, so I was doing these multi-billion-dollar designs for huge clients around the world,
Mm-hmm.
and I've always been a gamer. I started back on the Atari.
Oh, nice.
Played like
Mm-hmm.
Pong and
Yeah.
Dig Dug and stuff like that.
Uh,
And, in fact, I've got
uh,
a little Spectrum. Where is it? It's
oh
on
my
the
god.
shelf there.
What's,
Where is it? It's over there. So there's a ZX Spectrum over there.
holy shit. Pitfall. I was trying to remember the name of the game. Pitfall. I had to Google it. I feel sad
Forrest
now.
Goes Skate, you know, you had to kind of like put these cassettes in a tape recorder and wait
Yeah,
like
yeah. It's
forever
so strange.
for a game to load, you know. And
But there's definitely some classics. You know, Joust. Can't forget Joust. It's one of my
what was
faves.
the other one? Manic Miner used to be good.
Nice, nice.
And so then obviously things got a little bit better when the 128 came out. So I had the Spectrum 128, and then I kind of went into the Commodore bit. So I was messing
Yeah.
with the Commodore. And
I was
then I
about
had
to
the
ask
first.
about the Commodore because that's next.
Well, I ended up getting the Commodore Amiga, and I was like, oh my
Ooh,
God, like this is next level. Like, holy
yeah.
crap. You
Higher
know?
bits, bit more detail. You know,
Uh,
excellent.
but then there was consoles out, you know, so you had your Nintendo, your Sega
Hmm.
Master Drive,
Yeah.
Mega Drive, and but fortunately, I kind of because I had the Amiga, I kind of still wanted to dabble more on the PC route.
Hmm.
So even though I never went the Nintendo route, I went the Sega route,
Hmm.
but I also had the PC sort of NDA, like sort of DNA in my
Mm.
blood. So
Hmm. Hmm.
I've always sort of dabbled with like kind of PC.
Yeah, I mean,
Uh,
same with me. My dad had a 486 when I was probably like 8 years old, and I was playing like a Breakout clone on there. You know, I've been PC gaming for a long time myself as well.
uh, and obviously you go in areas that you're not supposed to do when it comes to PC, you know, but it comes with part of the territory, you know, of
Yeah.
things that you do with PCs, you know, and
Hmm.
but but we used to go. I remember we used to go to these pubs, you know, in the UK, and people would just set their PCs up inside, and we just used to just sort of like
Interesting.
just do crazy stuff in these pubs, you know, and but that was kind of us having our like sort of community,
Hmm.
because back
Interesting.
in them days you only had dial-up network. I mean, the chances of like talking to someone across to a different country was kind of like still quite slow, you know.
Hmm.
So all you really had was other sort of people within the community that lived 10 miles up the road from you, you know, or around the block, you know. It was
It's so
you
crazy how
could,
different it is now than back then, you know, just such small local communities, and now you have a 13-year-old saying slurs to you over the internet from another country these days.
and I remember I had some like AOL chat or something, and you could
Oh
just
yeah.
like talk to someone and like across to America or in Australia and
Hmm.
stuff like that, you know. Um,
Wild.
but so whilst I was doing these designs around the world, um, I, I sort of had, you know, obviously when social media had Twitter and stuff, then I was talking to people and people were like saying, "Well, you do art and stuff," and I was like, "Yeah, yeah." Can you do controller designs? And I was like, what are you talking about? You know, like this is kind of weird, you know.
Yeah.
And so I think the first one I ever did was for Gears of War.
Hmm.
It people kind of lost their shit. I was like,
Yeah.
what? What's going on here? And then someone was like, oh, can you do me? I don't know, a Batman. I was like, well, I think so. And then and someone was like, oh, well, can you do me Spider-Man? And I was like, I think so. If, and then it just sort of escalated where people were just constantly in me DMs or stuff, you know,
Hmm.
asking us to do controllers, you know. I was
Yeah.
going to say, if you have Google Pro Art, it's kind of crazy
Yeah.
the things that you see.
Nuts. Any memories
Oh,
here?
there's a fair few in there. There's a lot of gears there.
I don't
Yeah, I've
know.
done a fair few gears controllers over my time. And as well, you know,
Wild.
what was always nice, and I never really knew this because I'm not really that way inclined,
Mm.
was is people would like look at my work and either copy it
Hmm. Oh yeah.
or they would see me as like an inspiration.
Right.
And I was going, really? Like, why would you pick me to be like an inspirational person? You know, because
Yeah.
like because I'm quite shy, really. I'm quite introvert. I'm quite sort of.
Hmm.
I don't really like to sort of boast or
Right.
show off. I just do me. That's it.
Yeah.
And but then a lot of people were sort of like really looking up to me as a figure within the sort of gaming world. And even people who worked for like Phil Spencer was kind of
Hmm.
like really sort of like in awe of my work.
Hmm.
And then
I mean, in the Xbox
yeah,
world, you're a name for sure that people know, and those controller designs are iconic. So of course, Phil Spencer would be like in awe of you.
and I
I
didn't
mean, come
even
on.
realize most of the people who worked inside Xbox actually collected my work.
Yeah.
I was like, what? You collect my work?
Mhm.
Are you mad? You
It's
know?
all because of that
Uh,
Gears of War controller. It set off a chain reaction of fandom for you.
so what I started trying to do was find people who made controllers, and I thought this
Hmm.
would be dead easy. I thought it was like the easiest task in the world. Honestly,
Hmm.
it was like it was trying to find a needle in a haystack. It was impossible.
Yeah.
You could find people, but some just didn't have that sort of 100% sort of quality at the
Hmm.
end. And
Yeah.
I had to kind of put my trust in a lot of sort of people uh, who didn't fully do this, like how Xbox have got like a factory in China that pumps these things out,
Oh
and
yeah.
like I haven't,
Hmm.
I'm just an independent artist, and
Right.
so I was having to put my faith in a lot of sort of backstreet garage type spray artists or stuff like that, which was
Hmm.
fine, but
Right.
these things also come at an extra cost, so you
Hmm.
end up like doing this amazing design, but then to buy the controller was be like $200 or something, or 300, and be like people were like, well, I'm not paying that.
Yeah.
Xbox will sell them for like $80, and I was like, yeah, but like this guy's had to spray it with his own hands. He's had to
Right.
kind of do this and that. Like everything costs. Then you have to pay import tax and export tax, and
Yeah.
uh, it,
Tariffs. Great.
it kind of all adds up. But
Yeah.
consumer who
Hmm.
sees this like doesn't care. They're just like, I'm not
Yeah.
paying $300 for a controller, and I was like, oh. So that was kind of a bit of a knockback. And then
Hmm.
I found a company who said they could do it and they could do it on a bigger scale at a lesser cost. And I was like, wow, well, that's cool. Like,
Hmm.
uh, let's try it, because like I say, I had knocked on Xbox's door many times, and they were like, well, we'd like to work with you, but we can't,
Mm.
because there's a lot of red tape. And I was like, oh,
Yeah.
okay. And so I put trust in certain sort of manufacturers, and some of them just really let me down with
Mm.
the quality end, and
Hmm.
obviously that all came back on me. So I was getting a lot of
Yeah.
hate, I was getting a lot of damage to the
Yeah.
brand. But like I kept saying to people, well, like it's okay, I design them, but I don't make them.
Right.
It's like uh, I'll try and help best I can, but like I can't
Hmm.
control what other people do.
Yeah.
So
People are so
it was,
hyperbolic about those types of things too. I mean, they just see a name and
yeah.
they say, "Oh, that it's all their fault." You're just mixed up into all this drama or whatever, and you're just trying to
So
design things.
So at one end, I was getting all this love and hype for like being like the best controller artist in the world.
Hmm.
Next thing, I'm getting lots of hate because the end result was not so good.
Hmm.
So I kind of had to reset myself. I had to kind of pull away from all that. I had to kind of like
Hmm.
remove myself from certain groups and certain people and certain things, and
Hmm.
that kind of really affected me in the social realms. So if
Yeah.
you notice, I don't follow many people. I don't, and it's not because I don't like anyone. It's just I'm
Yeah.
really scared
Right.
because I got so much hate. It,
Hmm.
it kind of really it kind of really damaged me as to put a lot of trust into people.
Right.
Uh, so I kind of thought, well, okay, I'd still talk. You don't have to follow us, or I don't have to follow you just to talk. Like
Yeah.
I talk to anyone. I'm very social when it comes to like talking to someone.
Mm-hmm.
So then I started doing a lot of work with NZXT, designing their cases and stuff like that. It was great. But then obviously that was the start of redundancies in the gaming world.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of people were getting made redundant within the gaming industry, and obviously I got hit by that
Yeah.
side of the game, and honestly
Mm-hmm.
I was like, what am I going to do?
Yeah.
And this guy reached out on his LinkedIn. He says, I've been trying to talk to you for like 6 months or something, and I was like, what? I don't even know who you are. And it turned out it was the people that cracked. And I goes, well, I don't even know what cracked is. What is cracked? it, it turned out the guy who is kind of heads up that side of thing, Lee Ginshett, was only the guy who created Guitar Hero.
Oh
He was
shit.
the guy that created Skylanders. He was the guy that created all these amazing
Oh,
games, and I was like, hey,
he's like the peripheral guy, the 3D printing man, sounding like,
hey,
right? Yeah.
well, he's a legend in the gaming world. And I
100%.
was
100%.
like, what? He's, so what happened
Wow.
was me and him just sort of like got off on this amazing sort of talk,
Mm-hmm.
and I ended up joining Cracked. And then I was designing some of their controllers and stuff like that. And then he's like, well, you have this Pro Bot brand, but like, why don't we sort of like bring it into the Embracia free mode group?
Mm-hmm.
So that's what happened. Embracia kind of sort of more or less inherited my brand, Pro Bot.
Yeah.
And the kind of strange thing is that's unbelievable or not, I kind of sit next to people like Lord of the Rings and Dark Horse Comics and all
That's
these kind of
crazy.
limited run games, and I think, hang on a minute, it's just me. I'm like literally, I am Probot. And I'm sitting next to all these amazing, huge brands, and I was like, what the hell's happened?
Well,
Started
I
to
mean,
design.
it's success. It's success. I mean, look at this
Yeah, I
thing.
mean that's true. Well, I mean that there, right? So obviously, I had to create the texture of the Kraken on the actual Nitro deck. But then what I also do, because I do a lot of 3D design,
Mm-hmm.
I also created the Kraken tentacles in 3D.
Nice.
And even the water's all kind of like 3D.
Mm-hmm.
So that, just to create that one image, that can be like a couple of days 3D work,
Yeah.
just to create that one tiny image. And that's the bit people don't understand, that when I
Mm-hmm.
create these pieces of art, and as well. So the idea of prop art is, it's not about putting a graphic on a controller, because that's the easy part.
Mm-hmm.
What the hardest part is telling a story with the graphic,
Mm-hmm.
is because I always look at things like the thumbsticks, the D-pad, the triggers, the buttons. They're all part of the story as well.
Interesting.
So everything is kind of created, and how I describe it is, it's as if like the controller has gone through your screen,
Mm-hmm.
and it's went on this journey through the game with you, and then it's kind of came out back through the screen again, and that's the end result, is a controller that's had all these experiences and these emotions that you've experienced playing the game.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so that's kind of why I do kind of wacky things. I don't
Mm-hmm.
really do like what normal people do,
Yeah.
because and it's hard for me to sort of sell controllers like that, because a lot of people think it's a bit strange, or they love it,
Mm-hmm.
but
Oh. Uh-oh. We lost him for a sec. This is for the edit. Oh no, is this me? Popart, no, come
I'm still
back.
type.
Oh, we lost you for a minute there. But now we're back. Now we're back.
Technology.
It's cool. I'll edit this part out. This is where you can say something mean.
All right.
I'm just
sorry,
kidding.
I don't have mean things.
That's a joke. We're back from the part where the internet fell apart. But sorry to interrupt you. Please continue while I show off this cool design. Oh, this is really zoomed in. This is actually like when I was just Googling you, I think a couple days ago. This is the first thing that popped up of your more recent stuff.
Yeah, because I did a lot of work with Borderlands, right?
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, Claptrap and stuff like that. I did the very first Xbox Series X.
Mm-hmm. Ooh.
When it first came out, I was the very first person to mod one. I think you'll probably see the Claptrap Xbox Series.
Claptrap?
If not, yeah.
Let's see if we can find it.
Oh,
this one? I remember seeing this one.
Yeah. So
wow.
this is the kind of like the actual poster art that I did,
Holy shit.
So that there, that was the very first ever modded, and I made it for real as well,
Mm-hmm. Wow.
And, so obviously
look at this thing. This is incredible.
So I kind of got into the habit of drawing like this shell shading type thing, so I'm always dabbling with different art techniques. So sometimes you'll see I'll do a lot of sort of 3D relief type stuff, or I might sort of I tend to draw everything on my iPad. I use a software called Procreate, which obviously you just use the Apple Pencil and you can kind of freestyle a lot of stuff.
Nice.
But I also, right, because I love messing with things. And I know you probably don't want to hear this on the stream, right? But I was curious, because obviously I'm a curious kind of guy.
I want to hear it all, Pope. I want to hear it all.
So I keep hearing all these stories about AI, and AI art, and how it's going to take over the world, and it probably will, but I had this experiment, and I thought, well, how could AI trick someone in believing that this artist really drew this or really did this, So I kind of played a game where I was being dumb in the sense that I did some AI art.
Okay.
But I drew, but I now redrew certain elements, and then I posted it as if like I did this, and a lot of people did believe it, right? And I thought, wow, shit, this really could like trick people. Like if you're a non-artist, but then you're saying you are an artist, but you're using AI to kind of do all that.
Yeah.
Stuff that we would have to think of, like in our heads. But then there was a group of people who could spot it, and I was like, oh well, that's amazing.
That is good.
But,
yeah.
But obviously, I had to get a lot of slack for doing that. But
yeah, you're pissing them off again.
But that's my job, you see, as a creative. I'm a creative designer, so I have to break rules. I have to test things. I have to use new technologies and old things. And I did a lot of work in art history, so I followed all these art historians, all the different techniques that they would use. And even back in those days, they were getting a lot of hate for what they were doing. Because they were dabbling in new techniques, they were dabbling in new sort of forms of medium to create their art. So it's a vicious circle, really. It's AI is getting it at the minute, but if you go back to the Renaissance painters who are kind of breaking rules to all these natural art sort of ways that were technically correct. They were being punished, So as a creative, it's my job to sort of push things, try things,
Mm-hmm.
pretend to do. I mean, even on social media, I spent 20 years doing psychology. So I use a lot of psychology in what I do, how I speak, how I do things to trick the consumer, because that's what my job was to do, was to trick the consumer into buying billions of dollars worth of products,
Yeah.
Uh,
Advertisements
so
do that to me all the time, especially for food.
yeah, that was my job, that
Yeah.
was what I was paid to do, was to use psychology to get people to buy Pringles or buy Coca-Cola or
Mm-hmm.
uh, you know, and there's certain techniques that you have to sort of do.
Mm-hmm.
Even when I used to create interiors for the likes of Dolce Gabbana and Boss and Chanel, how do you get people to come in the store and then go to a certain section of the store, pick up a product, fall in love with it, and take it home?
Hmm.
So I used to sort of do a lot of what's called category management, which then would uh, make the consumer go into store knowing what they wanted,
Mm-hmm.
but then make their mind change to then buy what I wanted them to buy, not what they went
Interesting.
in the store to buy. And it's a lot of sublime messaging that we would leave. So even when you go into like a grocery store, even the first time you pick up this trolley or the
Mm-hmm.
cart or the basket,
Mm-hmm.
I can leave little messages on those items that are triggering your sublime uh, mind into going down an aisle that you don't normally go down.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yeah. They get me.
so yeah,
They get me in the checkout aisle. I'll see something in there, and I'm like, damn, that's a good deal. Or
it
I might
other
see it on
tricks
my
will
way
do.
in, and then I'm like,
Yeah,
I don't know. And then now I'm thinking about a Powerade or something. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna need one of those. And then I'm walking through the grocery store thinking about that the entire time.
it's because right, we know that there's only certain products that you have in your home that perish really fast. So
Hmm.
like bread, milk, stuff like this. So the
Hmm.
shelf life is very, very small. So we know you're going to come back to the store in the next 2 or 3 days.
Hmm.
Uh, so you're always going to go in to collect those items all the time,
Hmm.
because uh,
Because you
but
need
then
them.
what we'll do exactly. Uh, so then what we'll do is, depending on which manufacturer I'm designing for, uh, create certain positions inside the store that would cause you to impulse buy.
Hmm.
Uh,
It
that
works.
tricks that we do is we would rotate the stores around, so would
Mm.
move shelves within the store, so you have a pattern that you go down every in the store all the time.
Hmm.
But the aisle that has your bread and milk, it's not there anymore. It's moved to somewhere else. So now you're going down aisles that you wouldn't go down, but now you're impulse buying because I'm
Yeah.
forcing you to pick up things on the way.
Yeah. My fiance would
Uh,
be pissed about that. 'Cause she's like, "Where's the bread? I know the
yeah.
aisle I'm trying to go down."
And it's just all tricks that we used to play in the sort of in the
Yeah.
retail world. So I have
Yeah. That's
all that
incredible.
knowledge,
Yeah.
and I know how to profile people. Like, I know how to identify what type of shopper a certain person is,
Hmm.
and then I can target certain sort of red threads. We used to call them red threads, to make that person pick up things that they didn't think that they would ever pick up. Um,
Interesting.
it's so I was part of a team that was quite small, and we would specialize in doing this. That hence why I used to work with over 200 brands,
Hmm.
because we were quite sort of special in what we did. Uh, and I used to have like secret underground things that happened in secret worlds. Um,
Whoa, it's like the Area
it's I,
51 of Pringles and
yes,
advertisement.
yeah, because these brands are spending billions, right?
Hmm.
So I would always work 4 years into the future.
Mm.
So everything I did wouldn't you wouldn't see it till another 4 years.
Oh, wow.
Uh, So I used to have like special passes that would get us into places that just didn't look like, they would just used to look like normal streets,
Mm-hmm.
but there would be a door to one side that you get access into a door. This door then had another world inside of it.
It's like Willy Wonka.
It was, and I worked in that kind of environment. But
Incredible.
now, obviously, I don't. Obviously, I can't tell you where these places are.
Oh yeah. No, I won't get you in trouble with the advertising consortium, secret agent society.
I think a lot of that kind of knowledge also kind of fell into the controller world that I was dabbling in. So I was doing things on controllers that would trigger certain things in the brain to force you to like them.
You mean like this?
Yeah. Yeah. So it was. Well, I don't intentionally sit there and do it. It's almost like, you know, when you first learn to drive a car, you fumble a lot. But then after a while, you actually forget how you got from A to B, because like you don't actually realize how you're driving. You just do it automatically. So it's a bit like that in my world. You know, I'm doing stuff that I don't actually think about. I just do it naturally. But I think a lot of people have lost their way in that sense. You know, the kind of they have think that they need to kind of overthink. They think that they need to kind of tick a box that pleases the boss, or it pleases the company that they work for, or it pleases people on the internet. You know, whilst if you just do things because you actually kind of like it, then you know it makes it more special, you know. And if people also like it along the way, then that's cool, you know. But even stuff like this, when I was doing these ice, you know, I just thought, oh, I just got the ice cream controller, you know.
It's incredible.
You're gonna have people who love it, and you're gonna have people who hate it. But if you fixate yourself on people who hate it, then you're always just going to keep putting yourself down. You know, you're never going to sort of inspire to sort of be different. And sometimes I even looked at other artists and I thought, oh, I wish I was as good as them. You know, even though they would look at me saying, holy shit, you know, like Pope, you are like you are the goat. You know.
Yeah.
And I would sit there and go, nah. But I know I'm different. It's just that I'm not that kind of person who looks at my art as anything better than somebody else could do. You know, it's just sort of So I've got lots of it. You know, I did the stuff with Cracked and the new Gibson stuff. Oh, so a funny story about alters, right? So. So obviously the game was coming out, and I used to do a lot of this, you know, when games were about to come out. I would do little fan arts, and so I did this. But I thought, when you're playing the game, it changes. I think there is a video of this on the actual thing, and so I had this idea that it's that during the day, but then if you turn the lights off, it changes.
What?
Because it's good. Yeah, it's glow in the dark.
Hold on a second. You said there's a video for this? Because we got to see this.
It might actually just be on my social media.
Okay.
On my X, I don't know.
Here somewhere? This one?
I go to the next page, the next one, go to the end, next one. Keep going. No, keep going.
Almost said, oh!
Watch. Oh, that was that one. But you have to just let it play.
Hands off, Jacob. Oh, oh my God.
See how the number changes. So the number was number one, but now it's went to the next clue, which is clue number 3. And then also, if you look at the ABXY, there's little hidden messages.
Yeah, I want to pause that. Oh, gosh darn it.
So I tend to do a lot of this where there's I kind of hide Easter eggs inside the controllers.
Nice.
I used to do a lot of that where and the reason why I do it, right, is people people are paying like $100 for one of these controllers, you know. And my attitude is, okay, cool, they've got a nice controller, and many people just do this. You know, they put them on display, especially when they're
Yeah.
pubs. But
Hey.
I want them to sort of go away with like even more.
Mm-hmm.
Like I want them to feel like they're holding a piece of treasure in their hands. They're holding something really special. So I always go like the extra mile,
Mm-hmm.
because obviously I'm more for the consumer than what, you know, the money value.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, so I kind of do that a lot. Uh,
Yeah, I mean, if this doesn't tell a story, I don't know what a story is. This is incredible. I'm super blown away by this. I did not know this. This is really cool.
and obviously the thumbsticks, they're quite rare.
Mm-hmm.
They're not easy to get. They're also translucent.
Mm-hmm.
So, but they've got a sort of color to them, and so it's all these tiny, tiny little details that people don't realize what I do.
Mm-hmm.
But like an artist, if you went to see like a Picasso, let's say, you know,
Mm-hmm.
it's for you to decipher what that story is telling. So
Mm-hmm.
your story, and if you talk about your partner, she could look at it, and she may have a totally different story of
Mm-hmm.
what it's trying to sort of say. And that's the beauty of the Pope arts is each one. I know what the story is because obviously I wrote it,
Right.
but I like it. I like hearing what people's interpretations are, you know, of
Mm-hmm.
why I've done what I've done, you know.
Yeah, this is the RoboCop controller, which is really awesome. But this to me looks like a pedal on like a car. So it's like RoboCop's ready to fight some crime, hop in his cop car.
And sometimes, you know, like controllers, I'll add a bit of damage to them, and it's just because like I want this
Yeah.
thing to feel like it's been through all the action with you, you
Mm-hmm.
know.
Very Star
Uh,
Wars in that way, right? Like worn, real, lived in, right? That kind of feeling.
yeah, and it's also nice that a lot of the stuff that I create never gets made. Like
Mm-hmm.
say the Dune one there next door. So that's the poster there, but the image next door to it is the 3D model.
Mm-hmm.
So when I talk about just for that one image
Yeah.
there, I had to create that 3D model first. Yeah, that
Wow.
image there.
This
Like
one right here. Oh,
so, yeah. So all the
wow.
rocks and the building and stuff. So just to create that one render,
That's cool.
you're almost building a 3D scene.
I mean, you
Uh,
are straight
just
up.
yeah, just to show. So that's the kind of level that I sometimes go to. You know, it's not just about showing a picture.
Yeah.
Uh, it's how it's presented. You
Mm-hmm.
know. But I mean, listen, there's people in the industry
Wow.
who are who are who could probably do a nicer job, but that's not my job. You know, I normally describe my work as there's a Chinese saying, it's called wabi sabi. I
Mm-hmm.
don't know if you've heard of wabi
I
sabi. Yeah.
haven't. I haven't.
So it's the detail is in the imperfection.
Mm.
You know.
Mm-hmm.
So the beauty is in the imperfection. It's the fact that you haven't made everything perfectly straight. You haven't made everything perfectly, uh, you know,
Mm-hmm.
computer generated.
Right.
You've actually you've put some feeling into it. You know, you've put some
Mm-hmm.
emotion into it. You've put some imperfections in it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of what you're buying. You're buying organic thoughts and organic, um, images,
Mm-hmm.
instead of the fact that someone sat in a meeting and said, you must do this and you must put that there. And
Right.
I remember I did a job for 343, and obviously I went mental. You know, I was kind of crazy, doing some crazy designs for Halo and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And they were like, oh, you can't do that. You can't use that color and you can't do this. I was like, but yes, I can, because that's my job, is to break rules, you know.
Yeah.
Because I'm designing on a I'm designing in a gamer's head. I'm not designing on a brand equity guideline head.
Right.
You know, I know what your guidelines are. I've got them here. You know, I've got the PDF with all the rules and things you must do and must not do. You know, but the objective is it's the consumer that's buying this is a hardcore gamer. You know, he's like
Yes.
he loves Halo. He eats and breathes Halo. You know, and it's like until you start breaking some brand guidelines, then it's easy to bring things back once you broke the rules. So what you do is you break the rules, okay? Then you start bringing it back into the brand guidelines. You know, you put the right colors in there, you put the right textures in there, you put the and it's about creating something that's in the middle of being right out there, you know, and different, but at the same time not damaging a brand, because
Right.
you've all as a creative designer, your job is to always protect the brand, you know. At the same time, it's your job to also think, well, what else can I do that hasn't been done before, or what can I do that people are like going to lose their shit over?
Like
Want to
this,
buy.
like this Doom controller I have on the screen right now is
Yeah, I've
holy
been
shit, man. Holy
I've done
shit.
a lot of stuff with Doom over there. In fact, I did some other stuff.
This is special to me right here. This is incredible. I'm just saying.
There's a lot of designs that I have on many of my PCs. I've got and stuff that I've never even been seen yet. You know, because and some of them will never ever get seen because when you're doing concept art for clients, you start off pretty like sort of far out. You know, quite sort of the other end of the spectrum. And then as you know, as you have these meetings and you speak to other sort of brand, the brand guidelines and the people in charge who's paying your bills basically, because they want to put their 10 pence in, you know, is you sort of have to sort of soften it off a bit, you know, you have to kind of bring it back, make sure things are politically correct, as they say.
Right.
So there's only, you know, even me who does have permission to be quite sort of far out there.
Oh,
That
was a video. I didn't realize it.
I think there's a few on there. I think it's just a little silly, sure, you know, because sometimes I have these moments where I just like, oh, I'm bored of sticking an image on there on a.
Yeah, this is way more interesting. I just I started hearing the music and it startled me.
I think as well because I used to do
wow.
I used to do quite a bit. I used to do a lot of animation stuff, you know, but I find it quite boring to do because it's so time consuming. You know, it's like
it's a lot of frames.
Renders just to do like, you know, for it to move like from there to there. You think, oh God, I could have done like 10,000 designs in that time, you know.
Right.
So yes, it's no, I mean, what I've got coming in the future is huge. I mean,
that's exciting.
I'm part of the guys that cracked. You know, I'm now in 44 countries. You know, in stores, you can go to a store in Australia and buy a proof art. You can go to a store in Canada or US or France or Germany, the UK. So I've become quite huge in such a short time. But obviously, when you're dealing with a lot of new technology that we're kind of dealing with now, it just takes a little bit longer to get to the next steps. So that's the process I'm in at the minute. I'm kind of in this hibernation mode, where I've got all these designs ready to drop.
Yeah.
But we're not ready to launch the products yet. So it's kind of like
I see. So you're waiting on the hardware. You're like, the paint jobs are ready to go. I just need you guys to get that hardware out.
There. It's just the
production of the
hardware's just not ready to be revealed yet.
Yeah.
You know? So Um,
Mm.
it's kind of nice, but at the same time very frustrating for someone like myself who is very
Yeah.
community driven. So that's kind of why I went through the spell. I thought, right, I'm just going to lock all my socials up and pretend like I've died or something. I don't know, like uh, kind of got to sleep for a long time, you know.
Mm-hmm. Very,
And then
very
one day I just,
Banksy of you.
yeah, then one day I'm just gonna like jump out the box and go surprise, like yeah, you idiots, you know, like way. I was only joking, you know. But if you notice, I have actually killed a few popes, not like real popes, like my pope. So I sometimes, if I have a reset of my brand, I'll
Hmm.
I'll I'll kill that pope off and then I'll regenerate a new one. So I'll change his eyes or I'll change his sort of mouth or. But
Nice.
the outline always stays the same.
Hmm.
I can never change that. I can only change what's inside.
Interesting.
Um, and it's kind of nice because I kind of like sometimes just to refresh, like in the real popes, the real pope, that do actually die, and then a
Yeah.
new one comes along, and things, and
There's always
I
a
just kind of like
refresh.
that. I kind of like that story of
Hmm.
if if regenerating a new form of inspiration,
Hmm.
you know,
It's
and you,
almost like a reincarnation to some degree, like reset, a new era, but the same soul.
yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, obviously, the silly old fool that I am still stays
Of
there, but it's
course.
just it's just nice having the exterior just feel a little bit fresh, a bit
Hmm.
different. And
That's
also, if
awesome.
you noticed, a lot of brands who I've worked with over the years,
Hmm.
one thing I learned a lot from Xbox is its transparency. It's the way Phil or Aaron, who are quite sort of play like a quite high leadership role,
Hmm.
but they'll talk to like fans, they'll talk to like people on a sort of bottom level.
Hmm.
Um, and I kind of loved that fact that those brands were doing that. While other brands, they'll just ignore you, they'll not respond to you and stuff like that. So
Hmm.
when I created Pope Art, I love the fact that I described him as the guy who was on a stage. He's like he's theatre, 1 minute
Hmm.
he's a village idiot and he's being daft and silly. The next minute he's being quite grown up and responsible, where someone might be upset and sad, and I'm comforting them. I'm trying to give them hope again. I'm trying to give them
Yeah.
life. There's other times where even I have sort of bad emotional times, and
Hmm.
and I'll express that. And it's amazing how many people in the community actually come to me and go, like I said, my DMs are open. If you anytime you want to
Yeah.
chat, come and have a chat. So how I describe Poor Art now, he's almost like the storekeeper. He's like
Mm.
you come into his store and you go, hi, can I help you? And anything you're looking for, yeah, I'm looking. But then you might come in next week and it'll be, oh, how's your dog?
Mm.
How's your mother? How
Hmm.
or did you get that? Did you get your grass cut? Or did you,
Hmm.
So the more times you come into to speak to Pope, or the more times you engage with them,
Hmm.
the more that personal experience becomes.
Hmm.
Um, but one rule I always have is I can never be anyone's friend,
Fair.
and that's only because I can't go to that level of uh, of responsibility, if you
Hmm.
know what I mean. Like, because
Yeah.
obviously my brand's constantly moving all the time,
Hmm.
uh, so I can't stay in one position.
Hmm.
I'm like a traveler. I'm
Hmm.
always traveling. Uh, so it's always hard for me to say goodbye. But it's easy for if I'm not someone's friend to say goodbye because I can just move on.
Hmm. When your work is
You know?
complete, like Mary Poppins, Pope Art can fly away on a bunch of controllers with propellers underneath them
Yeah,
to the
it's
next
it's not
adventure.
honestly. It's not a love hate thing.
Hmm.
It's just I have so much responsibility.
Yeah.
I have to kind of I can't protect everybody.
Hmm.
You know,
Yeah, that
I
makes
mean,
sense.
because there's a lot of things I do outside of work
Mhm.
to support homeless charities and food banks and all
Mm.
these things that aren't so nice in the world.
Yeah.
That I also have other responsibilities,
Hmm.
so it's just hard for me to be able to tie Pope down, really.
Yeah. Yeah, that
Um,
makes sense. And that's awesome to hear that you support charities and the like, cuz these days are pretty dark. But you should also feel good that, your art does help people. I feel like just gamers staring at a really cool ass controller that you drew, or even just putting it up on their wall, they'll always smile at it. It's something
I,
that everyone can lighten everyone's day in these dark
I was
times.
always surprised. I was always surprised, like the stories I sometimes hear from people. And it's
Hmm.
like this guy said, "Oh, I was looking for a gift to give my brother for Christmas," and so I went to my nearest game store, and this was in Australia. He's like, "Holy shit, there's a Pope art! Like, I'm just gonna buy him a Pope art," and I was like, "Eh?" And he showed us on the map, and it's like it just said like Sydney. I was like, "Hey, right, is it? I know where Sydney is." And then like it was like a little pinpoint of which store it was that he bought it from. I was like,
That's
holy
nuts.
shit!
Yeah. How far?
Like there's a pool bar in Sydney.
That's
And then
nuts.
like the other thing, and then the other thing was just like seeing my work inside the Apple stores. I was like, what? Like I've been going Apple for years, and then all of a sudden there's like the design that I created in there.
Nuts.
Uh,
That's like making it
so that,
onto the moon, basically.
yeah, and then obviously I'm doing a lot of work with the guys at Fortnite, which is obviously behind us
Oh,
there.
that's huge.
Uh, so in Rocket League,
Mm.
and then obviously the Gibson guitars. I'm working with really work with
Really?
Gibson. Yeah.
Oh, that's incredible.
Uh, so it's it's really sort of accelerated, but in a nice sort of natural way.
Hmm.
Nothing's being forced. I do have a team that support us um, behind the scenes, but they just allow me to sort of naturally grow rather than being forced into like,
Hmm.
you must do this and you must do that and stuff like that. And I think
Yeah.
that's the bit I kind of like. But it's also quite difficult because I know there's a lot of people in the community who are desperate to get more poop art.
Right.
Uh, but then it's also my job to sort of keep that level uh, quite hard to get because
Hmm.
even though I've kind of grown it like 44 countries, it's still nice that my work is quite minimal
Hmm.
because I always want the consumer to feel special. I
Right.
always want them to feel like they own something that is quite unique.
Hmm.
There's only a certain amount of people in the world who actually have that one piece of stuff.
Hmm.
Even though I could mass produce if I want,
Right.
and make millions and millions of pounds and do whatever it is I want to do, but it's not about the money.
Hmm.
It's about the respect. It's about the um, saying to someone like I always love the fact that yeah, you've got all these influencers, right?
Hmm.
it, yeah, they do amazing things. They probably get paid a bit of money this thing, but you know what I love? I love someone who's got 10 followers. He's got like a rope control, and he's like, holy shit, like oh my god, like like that to me, I just like drop your picture.
Yeah.
That to
Tho-
me is more special.
Same.
Do you know
Yeah.
what I mean?
I feel
It,
exactly
it,
the same way. All the people I follow on TikTok and watch, it's really weird people doing really weird stuff, but they're really into it, and I find it either hilarious or super creative and super cool. And yeah, they
uh,
might not have 3 million likes, but I think it's very special. So I
Honestly,
totally respect that.
there's a guy that follows me, right? Honestly, he really does only have 10 followers. Trying to think what his name is. Honestly, he posts every single design that I launch, and
Wow.
he's got it like he's got it bought. It's in his checkouts. He's like, look, it's coming tomorrow. It's like And I go, this kid has got everything that I create. He's got everything. And
Super fan.
I've never spoke with him. He's dead loyal, and I'm thinking, and and it's just weird, like that people do that. But I guess at the same time it's kind of nice,
I mean, you should be proud.
Oh,
A little, even a little bit.
I don't know. It's just I'm not saying it's weird in a nasty way, It's just
Yeah.
I'm just not used to this kind of level of attention,
Yeah.
So it's just quite overwhelming sometimes.
Yeah, I can understand that.
But yeah, I've got lots of things in the pipeline.
That's
Obviously I
exciting.
can't say what they are. What else have I got?
Hey, at least we know that Pope art continues and will continue.
Sometimes I tease, that he's, that's it. He's a role, 8 years old, leave it, not doing this anymore. But then, after a couple of days of sort my head out, I end up coming back.
Yeah.
It's just because I care about that many people. I've got a massive heart. Like my heart is, I'm soft as claggy toffee, really.
Well, toffee is delicious. Just saying.
It's just, but sometimes I just need a bit of me time. I just need a bit of time to sort of put myself back together again.
Yeah. That's good. I mean, you got to take care of yourself. I've seen, Avicii, like I'll never forget that story. That poor man worked himself into death, essentially, and you never want that. Never want that. Rest in peace, Avicii.
I mean, I have been in hospital before because I've overworked myself. I know what it's like to burn the candle at both ends.
Yeah.
But at the same time, the older I've getting, the more natural it's been for my body to slow down. It's weird. You hit the 40 mark, you think, oh, my life begins at 40. I can't remember. I think I started needing glasses at 40. And then once you get into the 50 zone and you're creeping into the 60s, honestly, like it's almost like stress levels don't exist. Like doesn't matter what you do, nothing stresses you out.
That's good.
It's like
I can get stressed. I'll tell you what.
Do you know what it is? I used to have an old boss. He's like, listen, the only thing you need to worry about in life is waking up the next day. Like that's it. It's as simple as that. If you don't wake up the next day, then you've stressed out for nothing, because
True.
like so just be thankful that you woke up and then your day is a new day.
I say that every day. I'm just, hey, glad I'm still alive. And we're all glad you're still with us and Pope Art's still with us. And we have lots of things coming down the pipeline, as you're saying. And I can't wait to see whatever is next. Also, again, that Alters controller, I can't get over it. That's super cool.
Well, they did say, like,
jeez,
because they did say, oh, can we make it? And I was like, well, yeah, you can make it, but obviously it's not like they're not free. It's got to cost you a bit of money to make.
Right.
But that's kind of where it was, But they've had outstanding feedback on it, Yeah, no, the Death Stranding. Only sometimes I do stuff just to troll, because all they're doing. So all these things that you see, I only create in a day or less than a day, because that's the objective. So when I do designs, I have to create them in 10 minutes.
Wow.
Otherwise they stop becoming organic. Because what happens after 10 minutes, you start to overthink. So you start to think, oh, I'll just move this, or I'll just change it to this color, or I'll add this on.
Yeah.
So the faster you kind of, oh no, when I did Bruno Mars, so the story of Bruno Mars, right, I created this fun design, right, I thought it was super cool. But then, like you say, a lot of people get involved and they're like, oh, can we maybe have bob trays? Can we have garners, whatever else people throw at you? Yes, okay, let's change the design, But
Yeah.
either way, sometimes when you work with clients, sometimes even if I'm a master at what I do, I could easily just say, look, in fact, I've had gaming publishers that I've worked with, and it's got to a certain point that their input was becoming too much,
Hmm.
and I've just said, that's it, and like that, I'm not doing the project anymore. And like,
Dang.
oh, right, why? Like, and I've lost a lot of money because of that. And I'll go, well, because I can't now say to the consumer, it's a pop art design when it's had so much
Right.
stripped of it
Hmm.
that I would feel like I'm selling something that isn't a part of me,
Right.
So sometimes I have to kind of also protect uh, how far I go in amending something,
Hmm.
just because I'm loyal to the consumer,
Right.
to the person who's getting the controller. It has to be a pop art design, It cannot
Hmm.
be a pop art, 10% pop art and 90% like
Then
whoever.
that's something influenced by Pope art at that point. That's not Pope art.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's plenty of times I've actually turned jobs down
Interesting.
because it was going down that road and I could feel it was going. And sometimes clients just they feel like they have to take ownership of it,
Hmm.
even though like it doesn't really bother me, because I'm past that stage of needing to prove anything to anyone, or to take ownership of a job,
Yeah, I'd say so.
but but I have to take control of 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 when someone says, "Oh my God, I've got a pop art," and then I'm sitting in the background thinking, "Well, you kind of have, you kind of haven't." Like I'm gonna be sitting there like not sleeping at night, I'm thinking like, well, I've just like conned this person thinking I've got a pop art when I haven't.
Right.
Like so, it's too much risk for me to
Hmm.
just for my mental health, really.
Yeah. I mean, that kind of
So
integrity is very respectful, honestly.
and again,
Yeah.
you lose money out of that, but
Hmm.
this is
That's
the
why.
problem, people are too money conscious. They're not like thinking of their brand or thinking of
Hmm.
their loyalties in in the world of art. They think everything rotates around money, but it doesn't. You know,
Yeah.
um,
Money doesn't make me feel anything. Money's kind of
I like to say,
disgusting. Have you ever stared at it? The more I look at it, the more I'm like disgusted. Because
well,
it's just so dirty, you know?
even money's just a concept.
True.
It's something that was invented. So
And paper
uh,
that was assigned value. Yeah.
I mean, it's all just uh, it just comes with age. The only reason I'm telling these stories is because some people will have to begin their careers being money orientated, because
Hmm.
obviously you've got to try and find a house, buy a house, you've got to try and find, provide for your family, you've got to do all these
Hmm.
kind of things.
Hmm.
But I've been quite fortunate that I've managed to sort of get myself to a level where like, money's not really that important.
Hmm.
Um, it's more about the loyalty. It's more about the making sure the consumer or the community is better rewarded.
Yeah.
Um,
And they
the,
are.
the
I would say they are.
just
Everything that you're putting out, everything you're involved in, I'm pretty sure everyone appreciates it a
I mean,
lot.
just last week alone, I did 100 designs, right? So
Damn.
I've got this target of doing 1,000 designs uh, before I come back, and I've got about that one there, right? That's the very first tennis ball texture. So it's over there.
That's crazy.
I'll try to show it. So that's in my chair road. So when I created this one, right?
Wow.
I did the box as well, you know. Right.
Now I understand that. Yeah.
So these are just my 3D renders.
Hmm.
They're not kind of real or anything.
Hmm.
Then inside, so you open it up. This
Oh.
is, I don't know if you can see it or there, but it's actually furry.
Oh my God.
Uh,
Oh my
so it's
God. That's amazing.
it's actually tennis ball material
Wow.
um, on a controller.
Holy shit.
There's,
That's
I think
awesome.
I think there's only 75 in the world that were made. Um,
That's so cool.
I'll tell you the story, right? So I made 75. They got shipped to the US, and they were like, so they were shipped as 3 boxes, and they went, but we've only got 2. Like, what?
Oh no.
What? What do you mean? What, like, no, there should be 3 boxes. No, we've only got 2. So honestly, panic station sets in here because you've got like a box of 25 that's like disappeared somewhere in the world. You think,
Crap.
well, I hope nobody gets them. I hope nobody leaks it. I hope nobody reveals these controllers, like, because nobody knew about it. You see, and here we're going mad. We're forward to this delivery company, and nah, there was only 2 boxes, mate. Like, no, there was definitely 3. And it's like you're checking the tracking orders and everything, you know. And anyway, a couple of days later, the other box turned up. It was just like,
Whew.
the guy was just like, I forgot to drop it off. It's like, what?
Oh,
I
okay.
just forget to drop it off.
That's best
So
case scenario.
so when you're working with these controllers, obviously I sign a lot of NDAs, you know.
Hmm.
And so until like they reveal the stuff on social media, you're always like being careful what you say, you know, what
Mm.
you do, because in the back of your mind you think, oh, I can't break NDA, I can't break NDA. Even though you're desperate to sort of tell the world, you know, about this crazy cool controller, and you think, oh, I can't say anything. So it's always nice when these developers and publishers kind of reveal, you know, we've been working with Cobalt, and this is what he's created, you know.
Mm.
Uh, as a camera,
Yeah, there
it
you
is.
go.
Uh,
So cool.
it's like it's nice, you know, because then you see the people in the community getting excited and like, oh my god, how do I get one? Uh, so yeah,
That's
uh,
awesome. Yeah,
I've
it's
always been
got
quite lucky like that.
it's got to be rough sitting around on NDAs. I've dealt with NDAs a little bit, and just my small dabbling with like trying a game beta or something and not being able to talk about it to anyone it's kind of maddening. And sitting on hundreds of designs must be completely
I
insane.
can I can easily have over 50 NDAs on my head, like
Oof,
easy.
yeah,
Uh,
that
so
would stress me out.
I have lots of secret projects, but because I've been doing it for so long, like you're
Mm,
talking like over 20 years, you become good at saying things, but saying enough not
mm,
to reveal the whole
mm-hmm,
kind of shebang, if you know what I mean.
mm-hmm,
I've always been quite good at that because I've always enjoyed teasing things.
there
I
you
don't
go.
want to say, "Oh, pull up your right tease you." Oh, your right tease. Uh, but I always see that as part of the adventure. You know, I always see teasing as part of getting people to get excited and be prepared and you know, and then you just drop this kind of amazing thing,
Hmm.
and I think that also adds to the emotional value of the product,
Hmm.
you know, because you've created this tension, this build up, and then all of a sudden it's like there, it's in people's hands, you know,
Hmm.
uh, it's it's like a secondary layer. We used to call so in my world, so we would call this
Hmm.
FMOT, so FMOT. So FMOT, it
Mm.
stands for first moment of truth, and
Mm.
it's the first time you ever see something, you know. And then you've got SMOT, which is second moment of truth, which is when you go on your journey to go and get it.
Mm.
You know, so FMOT is when you first see it. S-Mod is when you go on the journey to purchase it, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a lot of things that you do inside those elements, you know, like S-Mod, F-Mod, you might have radio campaigns, you might have TV adverts, you might have billboards, posters uh, on trucks or you know, public transport, you know. So that's F-Mod. And then S-Mod is when you're going to the mall and there's like little posters, there's
Mm-hmm.
things that are guiding you to the direction that you need to go to purchase the product, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Interesting.
so and then like really the trick is there's only 5 consumer types in the world. So
Okay.
once you know what they're 5 are, that's when you can tailor your stories, your marketing, your certain whatever it is that you're trying to
Mm-hmm.
get people to buy. That's when you can sort of do that, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's. I mean, I always found that to be really interesting, like how to categorize people. I guess. I mean, you could assume like there's the person, there's like the collector or something. There's like the
Well,
extreme
first
person,
person,
right?
so you got your budget shopper, right? So
Mm-hmm.
your
Right.
budget, all they go interested in going to the store is getting their bread and milk, picking up a 2 for 1, you know, like that's all they're interested in, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, then you've got your sort of simplistic Sue. We used to give them names, you know. So simplistic Sue is just someone she just wants a bottle of shampoo to wash her hair, you know, like that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Or something dead basic that they're not interested in brands, they don't care. They just want a bottle of shampoo, it washes, it cleans. That's all they do.
Yeah.
But then what we would do is try and influence simplistic Sue to do a thing called T-Tattoo, which is trading in, trade across, trade up. So I need to convince her to put her hand in her purse a bit more and buy the conditioner,
Mm-hmm.
and then
Right.
also buy the serums and masks, which are quite a lot of money. But then she's got the whole kit, and she's going to have a hair that's going to be amazing. It's going to be salon beautiful, you know. Uh, so there's extensions to everything that I would do. Then you've got your tech savvy, so they're like into like anything new, gadgets, cool tech,
Mm-hmm.
like sort of things that are just fresh off the off the boat, let's say, or
Yeah.
off the ship or
Mm-hmm.
plane or whatever, you know.
Yeah. We always
And the
know.
first,
We all know one
the,
of those guys.
well, the
we all.
first they're the people who are standing in the queue waiting. They're like, yeah, they've got to be number one, you know.
Yeah.
Um, and then you've got types of shopper who are brand loyalists, right? So
Mm-hmm.
they'll only buy
Mm.
PlayStation, they'll only buy
Apple.
Xbox, they'll only buy Apple.
Mm-hmm.
So there's your 4 types, and then the fifth one is we used to describe them as more of an omni-channel, but it's an online shopper. You know,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
someone who's um, these Gen Z, these
Mm-hmm.
sort of people who are, and that's basically it, right? So if you
Mm-hmm.
tailor your marketing to like, well, I want someone to buy this Canon Neo, right?
Mm-hmm.
What key factors do I need to add into the marketing campaign that's going to get brand loyalists to become a cracked brand loyal member?
Mm-hmm.
What am I going to do to make a tech savvy think, oh, I need this controller, you know, and I need to be
Mm-hmm.
the first to get it. So what we introduced was a little chip at the back, somewhere there. And when you get your phone, you scan the
Oh.
back. It'll tell you what number you are, you know.
Oh
It'll
shit.
tell you how. It'll tell you. Well, that's all these controllers I do is cracked. Is I have a digital fingerprint, so it'll tell you how exclusive you are.
That's cool.
Uh, then sometimes you'll be rewarded, so you might become like a platinum, or you could be a diamond, or you could be a certain thing number. I'm the only
Collectors.
person who's still doing that, within cracked and poop art. Then it's
That's
come up
awesome.
with like Atoms, which was the smallest controller in the world.
Oh my god, it's so
But
cute.
it's fully working. There's a whole range of them there. Like, is it that side?
Oh yeah. Okay, I've been staring at those boxes.
Is it? Oh, I did figure out where my fingers go up. There,
Oh, here,
there it
hold
is.
on.
There it is.
I think I could adjust. Oh, that's the wrong button. See if I can
Is it
adjust it
there?
a little bit. Is it off the side a little?
There it
Right
is. So
here?
then just go that way, that way. There it is. There.
Oh, I
So
see it. The white one.
there's loads. Well, there's about 10 there.
Yeah, yeah.
But
Yeah, I've been
so
staring at those behind you the entire conversation, wondering what those
these
were.
are like they're actually Bluetooth controllers, so
Oh,
you can
cool.
just straight your phone. You can just buy them from the crack website. They
Nice.
kind of come in a cute little
Oh, I
box.
like the box too. That's awesome.
Uh, and then I'm dabbling with some other things that I can't show you off the site here.
Mm-hmm. That's fair.
Then there's so anytime
Mm-hmm.
you're doing your marketing campaign and you're trying to sort of do your website or um your creative, you want to sort of hit a certain market, um then you would use these techniques, and
Mm-hmm.
then you would guarantee people would sort of follow you or impulse buy your products. So psychology plays a huge amount whenever you're doing stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's but because I naturally do it, um, it's just second nature to me
Mm-hmm.
now.
It's just baked into everything you do, just because it just comes naturally.
Yeah,
Awesome.
it's yeah. But I'm always happy to discuss these things because not many
Mm-hmm.
people talk about it because they say it is like, oh, don't tell everyone, because like
Yeah.
everyone will be doing it. But the way I look at it is everyone's on the same level playing field. Like everyone deserves the opportunity to succeed in life. And if my job is to give away little bits of sort of common knowledge techniques
Mm-hmm.
to help them progress to the next level or the next stage, then I'm always going to help people to progress. Uh,
Yeah, that's great.
because when you get to a certain level of like where I've come from and the knowledge that I have in my head, it's always nice to pass that knowledge on because like what am I going to take? What am I going to do with it? I'm just going to die with it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I may as well just like transfer it to somebody else who's going to benefit from it.
Yeah, I mean
Um,
on my micro level, when people I meet, newer people who want to get into streaming or producing like, podcasts and stuff. Oh, I always help them. I always give them pointers. OBS is like a confusing program for a lot of people, and I'm like, look, I struggled trying to figure this stuff out on my own for about a year. Let me just tell you what to do. Let me give you the pointers. Because I mean, why if I can help people out and they seem like they're not like assholes, why not give them a shot, to just get started, because no one likes wasting time.
I think the other thing you can do is also watch from a distance. So
Mm-hmm.
you allow people to make their own mistakes. So then it's almost like
Mm-hmm.
they learn from their mistakes. You
Oh
know what I
yeah.
mean? Rather than because if you say don't do that,
Mm-hmm.
then they're going to do it. Because curiosity is always going to get like
Yeah, true.
the better of them. And then they'll come back and go, oh, I did that thing you told us not to do. Oh, it was horrible. Oh, I failed miserably. How do I fix it? How do I get out of this mess?
Right.
And so then being as knowledgeable as we are, it's our job to either sort of put an arm around them and kind of like pick them back up, or you just kind of give them enough information
Mm-hmm.
that it gets them out of the mess, but not enough that like because also they have to learn their own ways, they have to
Oh
kind of
yeah.
become their own person.
Mm-hmm.
So it's life lessons are always something you have to kind of give. give enough to help
Yeah.
people, but not enough to almost take them on the journey with you, because
Right.
it's not your job to take them on the full journey. It's only your job to
Yeah.
nudge them onto the right path.
Yeah, I mean, all my friends that are parents, they always say, "Oh, I'm just trying to keep them from making these mistakes," and it's like it doesn't matter what you say, they're gonna make these mistakes, and that's really the only way they're gonna learn, you know.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, when I was a kid, I tried to ride my bike up this slope, and I fell backwards into a sticker bush, and my mom could have told me don't try to drive up that thing, but guess what? I needed to fall in the damn sticker bush to learn a lesson, and that's
Oh,
just
that's it.
life.
Uh, but yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah.
Glad people are starting to reach out, and I will be more open as time goes on. At the
Hmm.
minute, I'm kind of a bit reserved behind the scenes, only because I've got a lot happening. I've got a lot
Hmm.
of sort of things that I just need to sort of make sure are correct first.
Yeah.
So then when I do come back to social media like fully,
Hmm.
uh, I've got all the right things in place.
Yeah.
Because at the minute I'm just too disjointed.
Right.
Uh, so I would only just sort of cause mixed messaging rather than trying to sort of you know
Yeah. Like
give
have a
people the correct.
cohesive image and presentation online,
Yeah,
essentially. Yeah.
and obviously I've had to learn to change my ways a little bit with my brand because it was
Hmm.
just me at one stage, and then all of a sudden a multi-billion-dollar brand comes along and picks you up. The last thing you want to start doing is being like the crazy dude that's just going to destroy his brand overnight.
Yeah.
So
Right.
there's a I'm playing this sort of happy medium at the minute of keeping Pope art the way people love him, but at the same time trying to sort of keep it where uh, it's not going to piss off the investors and the people who've got a lot bigger money than me.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's all it is. It's just that change, that changeover.
Hmm.
So that's just the stage I'm going through at the minute. Uh,
Nice. Well, before you know it, you'll be right back in front of the people, you know. But for now,
well, it's an important job, so I understand. I'm kind of like not committing myself at the minute to that role, and it does
yeah,
hurt. It does hurt.
yeah,
But I know I've also got to be a little bit selfish at the minute,
hmm,
and just get things correct first before. It's almost like I always describe to like when I do mentor and that because obviously I mentor people as well, and you know, uh, young people are always dead excited. They're like, "Oh, let's do this, let's do this." And I was like, "Look, do you know when you were a baby?" And they go, "Yeah." What's the first thing you learn to do, apart from speaking, obviously, is you learn to walk, right?
hmm,
You don't actually learn to run. So let's just learn to walk first before we run.
hmm,
So it's sometimes you just gotta like you've almost got to take a step back from what you really, really want,
hmm,
um, and just take it sort of like baby steps, rather than trying to be a millionaire overnight or something, or you want like this huge success, or you want 1 million followers, or whatever
yeah,
people aspire to have in life.
yeah.
Uh,
That's definitely our philosophy here with all the content we're doing. I mean, we have a lot of things we want to do, but we're just one thing at a time. And with this show, you are the season finale for this year, which again I really appreciate you for being here. I'm super honored to be able to interview you like this. But yeah,
Anytime you really want to just chat, soccer or I don't know, chat some kind of like strange things. I don't know. Uh, just give us a call, just
sure.
just reach out. like I say, I can't talk underwater if I want to. You know, I like to I like to chat a lot.
I'm the same way.
Uh,
Yeah, I talk at my desk. My coworkers hear me mumbling to myself all day long. That's what I do.
cool. And hopefully, hoping this year,
Hmm.
a lot of like my secrets are out. You know.
Yeah, I hope so too. Where would they find those secrets? I mean, I know we have the Pope Art Twitter. I'm still not going to call it X. The Pope Art Twitter, right? Are there any
And
other
then obviously
places maybe
there's
or?
obviously there's the Instagram,
Mhm.
which generally Instagram is. I think there's a link down there on that site there, somewhere.
Oh, right here.
Down, yeah.
Oh,
Which
there you go.
obviously I have a lot more followers on there, but
Oh yeah.
it's I kind of I use Instagram as a bit of a dumping ground, really, because what tends to happen is people, oh, have you done a Fable one? Well, yeah, it's there. Have you done a Crazy Taxi one? Oh, yeah, because it's there. You know,
This
it's just easy to.
007, man. Look at that. That's cool.
I think there's a couple of concepts inside there. You know, you press the little arrows. Uh,
Oh, ooh, I like that
so
one too.
I've done like several ideas. You know, like I was just messing on. Uh,
Nice.
I always have this thing where I kind of do stuff mainly on an Xbox controller, doing it because it's a nice canvas, you know.
Hmm.
PlayStation's is a bit. There's all the brands I've worked for.
Holy
uh,
shit. Wow. That's
I've,
impressive.
I've done a lot.
Braun, isn't that the
Yeah,
paper
I've
towels?
done. No, so I used to do brawn shavers, like the
Oh. Oh, I'm thinking of Braun
so,
E. I'm sorry.
so I used to have to go to Frankfurt in Germany and do a lot of work with
Wow.
sort of
Imes?
things.
You did work
Yeah,
for
it was
pet food?
many years ago. I did stuff with
Wow.
ions. I created this giant because I used to do a lot of work with exhibition design. You see, so I would create
Mm.
a lot of the exhibition booths.
Oh,
Uh,
okay.
Red Red Bull was quite a fun one. I was one of the first to sort of dabble with Red Bull as an artist, and the
Nice.
set the set as a fridge and that with like gazillion cards of Red Bull, and all this. It's like I got sick of drinking it. Uh,
Yeah, I get that.
uh,
As I
Coca
drink my
Cola, right?
Rockstar here.
So
Coca-Cola.
I designed for Coca Cola for 16 years, right?
Holy shit.
But I used to go to their head office with a can of Pepsi just because I was like, yeah, I don't like designing your stuff, but I hate the taste of it. I like Pepsi better.
My grandpa would like you. He loves Pepsi as well.
And then obviously I did a lot with Pringles,
Yeah.
Square Enix. I did all the stuff with Outriders.
Yeah. Cool.
Uh,
I thought Outriders
so
was pretty fun.
I've even done stuff with
Oh, CDPR.
Head and Shoulders, washing your hair.
Oh,
Uh,
Vicks.
Gillette. I did a lot of stuff with Gillette with the razors back in the day.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
I've done a lot with diapers.
Yeah, you're a lot. You're in the kitchen, you're in the bathroom, and you're in the living room with the controller. It's pretty
Because
insane body work.
what tends to happen is once you work for one brand, the sort of word gets out, and you
Mm-hmm.
end up working with another brand and another brand,
Wild.
and yeah.
Les
So a
Paul.
lot of that.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So even like, even though I've done a lot of work with all these different brands, it's it's still nice that I kind of ended up in the gaming industry, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, not a lot of people can say the same, I'm sure.
But even some of these controllers I have on, yeah, you know, the brands actually do reach out to like want us to make them, and sometimes I just say no,
Mhm.
just because like I
Yeah.
don't want them ever made. I know
Yeah.
that sounds a bit odd, doesn't it? It's like, well, wouldn't you want everything made? But like sometimes it's nice just not seeing something like become made to life, you know, they're
Mm.
just forever memories, you know.
Yeah. I could understand
Uh,
that. You know, sometimes your imagination is better than anything you could ever see, right? In the flesh.
it's I don't like. It's not like a diva thing. It's just sometimes it's just out of principle. It's
Hmm.
almost like it comes down to the whole art thing of like even when like Picasso and stuff did art, he didn't like sell everything. He didn't like,
Hmm.
oh, I'm gonna paint because I want this picture in the 16th freaking chapel or something. He's like he just painted because he kind of like that's his passion. That's what he
Right.
loves. Uh, it's the same when I do these designs. I don't design them to be made real. I just design them because like I wake up in the morning like bored shitless and I kind of go, oh, what can I draw today? You know, uh,
Hmm. I
like
mean,
with the
this.
jelly beans, I just sort of I'm just gonna draw some jelly beans on a controller. It's like
Uh, I mean, I just had this thought, but like, would you ever in the future consider just a gallery of controllers, like a straight up
yeah,
art gallery? I mean, I would go to that. That would be really cool.
there was talk of like I had this concept of creating. You know how you see pop up stores?
Yes.
Well, I wanted like a probe up store. Just to play on words.
I like
But
that.
like now,
It's a good joke.
literally, you just go and like, because I always had like, this love of like say some of these designs, right? There was only like two of them in the world.
Mm-hmm.
But like if you came to the shop, like I'd just give you it. It's like there you go, there you go. You've got number two and you've got number one. Right, there you go.
Wow.
Like I love that whole concept of just giving my work away. Uh,
Yeah.
because like I say, I'm not money orientated. I kind of I wouldn't really care. Um,
Yeah. Yeah. It's more
it's
special to how to create an experience that would someone would never forget, and something that's special and one of a kind, like the experience itself, not even just the
yeah,
piece.
yeah. When I was doing them Red Bulls, I was kind of thinking, do you know, like sometimes when you say concept cars and they deliberately like make them difficult to understand like what the shape is.
Hmm.
So I
Yeah.
thought, oh, I'll just kind of create loads of like it looks like some like a seagull shit on it. Like
Kinda.
but
Yeah.
but it's the idea of like oh like it's so difficult to see the controller because there's so much going on.
Right.
It's almost like that concept car effect where uh, sometimes I just have bizarre ideas.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I just
Incredible.
think yeah, it's
Incredible
nice
yet
because
bizarre.
I think it's just nice. Oh, did you see these? Yeah, right. So this is what I was talking about when I was dabbling with the AI, right?
Hmm.
So these are AI generated, right? And I thought, well, I wonder how far I could get away with like tricking the consumer, and people actually did. And I was like, oh yeah, this is so easy for like someone who's not been to college, not
Yep.
studied art, not went through the whole rigmarole that I spent years of trying to get my degree and all the rest of it. And this is how easy it is.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable, so easy. And I thought, wow, like, and I did leave them up there, but even though people hated the fact that I did that, but I needed to do the experiment because I needed to understand,
Hmm.
well, how easy is AI able to trick people into buying something, you know?
Hmm.
And I think it was a good experiment, even though I had to deal with all the hate, but I think I kind of love doing it. I kind of love the experience. And what I took away from AI actually is it's not actually that bad,
Hmm.
but it's great as a concept tool. So, like when
Right.
you're struggling for ideas, you think, oh God, I can't think of anything. Oh, I'll just put some keywords in AI and see what it comes up with. And sometimes it actually produces something like, wow, never thought of that idea. Like that's actually quite cool.
Hmm.
So it's good. It's almost like going to the library. You go to the library to get inspiration, or you go to an art gallery to get inspiration.
Hmm.
It's similar, but you're just not leaving your seat. You're just not leaving your room.
Hmm.
And that's one thing I kind of took away from possibly using AIs.
Yeah.
It can be quite useful as just trying to flush out ideas.
Hmm.
Uh,
Yeah,
so
and
yeah,
that's my sister uses Chat GPT maybe too much, but constantly just to get ideas, directions. Like we were in oh my gosh, not Puerto Vallarta. We were on a cruise, and I think it was Catalina Island, and we just wanted to see a restaurant, and she's like, "Oh, well, the Chat GPT said these are like the five we should maybe check out," and I feel like AI is good for that stuff. It's good. Like there's tools, there's uses to it. It's the generative AI as a product that I can
yeah.
see to be
And I think
problematic, sure. But I even look, even for my emotes for my personal channel, like when I stream,
yeah,
I can't draw, but I used AI to make
yeah,
a couple alien faces, and then I drew tears on one of them. Like I'm like playing around with it, but it
and
is what it is.
I think what the problem is people have jumped straight on the let's hit this kind of new technology type thing. But back
Yeah.
in the day, many years ago, when there was no such thing as a computer, uh, a lot of people hated computers because they were like, oh, they're going to take all my jobs off where they're going to like kill the industry. Robots are going to come in and build cars, and no one's going to have a job for anymore. Yeah, it kind of did happen, but people adapted
Mm.
to it, and like
True.
new jobs formed.
Right.
So like people created new jobs from the time. So the way I'm looking at it is, it's not a crime to use AI.
Hmm.
It's just how you use it, and
Yes.
how and if you're using it to deceive and
Hmm.
to trick people into to doing bad things with it, then yeah, it's not cool.
Right.
But then if you're using it to assist in things, and I don't think it will take people's jobs. I just think people will just create new jobs from it.
Hmm.
Do you know what I mean?
Right. Oh
Uh,
yeah, yeah. No, absolutely. I mean, it's being used all day. Like people don't realize when they Google anything, and those little suggestions pop up. I mean, that's all powered by AI. Like everybody's using AI all day long, and they don't freaking realize it. And then for work, I
yeah,
mean, sure, the whole like people using AI to look through to sort through resumes is troublesome because there's no really no humans interacting with the job interview process from the very first level. That can be a problem, but then people are also using AI to make the resumes, and so it's I
well,
don't know.
I
It can get a little weird.
see on the seen on the news today, right, that people are using Chat GPT, or whatever it's called,
Mhm.
is a form of friend, right?
Oh
So like
yes, yeah, this
so
is
that so
yeah.
like they're uploading pictures of themselves and consulting chat is, should I wear this or should I wear that? Shall I do this? Which like what shall I? And so a lot of people are starting to like become quite unsociable really because they're just chat to AI. They're not like, yeah, Teresa, will you just give us some advice on like, shall I wear this dress or this dress? Like, back in the
Yeah,
day where you confide in your friend, your actual friend.
right.
Uh,
You mean a human being?
yeah, and I just was like, wow,
Mm,
this is good mental. But I
yeah.
think rather than people trying to fight with with the way things are going in technology,
Mm,
is we as human beings have just got to be even smarter, and just think, well, how can we use this technology to our advantage
right.
to do better
Right.
things in the world rather than becoming like a bit of a money racket
Right.
tool. I did see somewhere it was a company had 18 staff, and now he's down to 2 staff because he uses AI.
Yeah.
It's like,
Mm-mm.
and I mean, you've just seen the whole thing with Microsoft thing. They've got rid of loads of
Mm.
people, but now they're starting to, push more to using AI
They
to,
just invested $80 billion into AI
yeah.
and had to, yeah, then what,
And I just think,
9,000 people? Something like that?
yeah,
Yeah.
but then
Sad.
9,000 people can like now think, right. let let's not be doom and gloom. Like I think people need to start learning not to fight it, how to work with it
Yeah.
to create new opportunities. Do you remember COVID, right? When COVID came along, right?
Yeah.
Everyone was stuck in the house. They were like, I can't go out. I'm not allowed to see my friends and family and everything. But guess what come out of that? New opportunities. People
Mm-hmm.
created new businesses. People created new adventures. People
True.
created things that they were thinking like, holy shit, I didn't think I could do this with my life. Look at me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm prospering from something I didn't even like. So people were
Mm-hmm.
almost shoehorned into situations that they wouldn't normally feel comfortable in doing.
Yeah.
And I think what we need to start thinking now is how do we not fight these situations, but how do we develop? Or, like evolution, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's how do
True.
we evolve to the next stage.
Yep.
Just like I said,
True.
historians were doing things that they shouldn't be doing, but then it changed the art, you know,
Mm-hmm.
style. The new kind of style was created. They rebelled, and another new art style created. It's the same with technology, like
Yeah.
Steve Jobs come along and he invented touchscreen, and everyone was like, "Oh my God, this is like the next level." Now everything in your car's touchscreen, everything.
Yep.
You can't even go on a plane, train, or anything without a touchscreen. So
True.
it's but if people were against it.
Yeah.
It's like, well,
Yeah.
okay, well, they're not against it now. you
Yeah.
know.
Human beings don't like change, but when it settles, they innovate and they continue to try to stand out. And I think that's what makes humanity beautiful.
Yeah,
We try and try to make our lives worth something while we're here, of course. And I think art is when it comes to like art and music and things like literature, like those things don't die. And I think everyone will always look at art and these badass controllers behind you as just a living representation of
no
your
way,
mark on
no
this
way.
earth.
Don't worry, when I do sell controllers, I don't use EIR. But
Good.
I do actually, like I say, I'll always look at different mediums, different ways of doing something, just out of curiosity. It's
Yeah.
almost like, well, how can I? What does the next controller look like? What is
Mm-hmm.
it? What does it feel like? What does it do?
Yeah.
What materials can I add to it? Or like the tennis ball one. It's like,
That's
oh,
awesome.
one day I'll just wake up and just put tennis ball material on it.
That's
It's
innovate. AI wouldn't have
it's
come up with that. I'm just saying.
yeah. So listen, I mean, people will always point fingers at you for good and bad that you'll do throughout life, but I think it's your life,
Mm-hmm.
it's your stories, it's how you choose to tell them, and then at the end, when you're in your last breath,
Mm-hmm.
you can choose to say, "Listen, I had an amazing life. How cool was that?"
Yeah.
The the end. And
Cool.
it's like
Cool as an
it's
ice
and that,
cube.
but you know when your life ends, people only remember you for, yeah, what is it? 100 people will remember you for a week. Like
Mm-hmm.
10 people will remember you after a year. Two people will remember you after 10 years. It's like
Mm-hmm.
you be, but so what I've chosen to do is leave milestones. So I've left markers that people can't forget my name. Because I've left too many milestones
Mm-hmm.
uh, throughout my journey. Um, good and bad ones. There'll always be the haters that will say, "Oh, Pope was responsible for doing this."
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
they'll never let you forget.
No, no, but hey, that doesn't mean you can't keep growing and just know that at least you're not in that situation anymore.
A lot of it, is because they're just jealous. That's all it is.
Hundred
It's
percent.
just they can't let go because they know, like, you've just overtook them,
Yeah,
whatever. But I don't really care, to be fair. I just,
good.
all right, whatever, like whatever, mate.
Yeah, Don't care. Don't care about that Pope art. Um,
Uh,
I have one last big question for you though. If someone was a fledgling designer or had the inspiration, maybe they want to get into art or to do what you do, or in any way, what advice would you give them?
just always, it's funny story, right? So it took me over 50 years to achieve my goal. But then I was talking to this woman, right? And she
Hmm.
was 87 year old, and it took her 87 years to achieve her goal. So
Wow.
the moral of the story is, if you're wanting to be this budding artist and that, or whatnot, is always just look at people that inspire. Uh, Even copy a lot of people.
Hmm.
Copy their styles. Because what, and it's not because you steal it. Like, so Picasso said the best thing. So he said, like, um, what is it? If you copy someone, then you know you're good. You're good. But if you steal from an artist, you're a master.
Hmm.
And the idea is you're not stealing people's ideas. You're taking inspiration from other artists, and you're trying to sort of feel your style.
Hmm.
So, like, certain people, you might think, oh God, I can't do it. I just can't do it. It's too hard. It's just not my. It's not for me. But then you might follow another artist style and you go, wow, actually, I like this. Like, wow, like this is something I can really sort of learn to become good at.
Hmm.
And just to, as a young artist, just keep doing the same thing every single day. Even like some days you think, oh, I'm just not going to do this anymore. There's times I wake up and go, oh, I've got 10 controllers to design a day. Oh, I'm not even going to do it. Just not doing it. Uh, because you also have to have your heart in it as well,
Hmm.
because um, so just be passionate about what you do. Um, just enjoy it, because and also one big rule that people fall straight in is that there is no rules to art. There is no right or wrong.
Hmm.
Like, people fall into that trap. They kind of,
Yeah. Big
well,
time.
six people hate what I've done, so it must be wrong. No, no, it's not, because if you go down that street, round that corner, to the left, straight down there, show there 10 people the same art, and I bet you 8 of them love it. And I go,
Nice.
what do you mean? It's because you're in the wrong place.
Mm.
You're showing your work at the wrong place. So all you need to do is pick up your work and take it somewhere else, because there'll always be someone in the world who will love what you do. You know, um, it's like,
Awesome.
I could have 1 million followers if I want,
Hmm.
but I'm never going to have 1 million followers, because, like, I might be the best controller artist in the world, but, like, not everyone knows who Pope Art is. Not everyone,
Right.
like, it's, you cannot start thinking you're like the just because you're the best in the world doesn't mean like everyone knows who you are.
Right.
I should have, like, that. I justify having a gazillion followers or something. It's like,
Yeah.
no, it's like, you, just be you for you. Yeah, just
Hmm.
as soon as you stop people pleasing, then that's the trap. You fell in the trap.
Mm.
Uh,
Yeah. That's super inspiring. I think it's hard these days for people because of the likes, because of the algorithm. You need to
fell
satisfy
into that. I fell into that
whatever.
trap.
Yeah.
I,
And
I've
yeah.
I've admitted online that I fell in that trap. And
Hmm.
it's dead easy,
Yeah.
because you sort of become accustomed to this thing. But then what I did is I kind of had to remove myself from the situation, and
Yeah.
that's when I did that. Fair enough, you upset people. People think you're just being a wanker or whatever people say, or they're not happy about it anymore. But sometimes you've just got to do things for yourself.
Yeah.
Uh,
Absolutely.
Otherwise, if you allow the crowd to control you, then you're never going to be you. Uh,
That's what always does in cult leaders, just from my morbid curiosities. It always escalates out of the hands of the leader of the cultists. So don't try to be leading people. Just do what you love to do, and people eventually find you
I
and
mean,
enjoy
I'm
it.
always surprised people have stuck. I'm always shocked people stay following me. I'm like, God, the way it goes on, sometimes I would be like, yeah, get rid of that idiot. uh, Sometimes I will create deliberate drama, because
Mm,
what I'm trying to do is be a beacon for these people.
yeah,
Because the other side of life people don't realize is there's a lot of people in this world who have got problems, but they don't know how to ask for help. They
true.
don't know how to talk. They don't know how to. So sometimes if you create a scenario, then those people come forward, like that happened to me, or that's happening to me right now. Like, how shall I get out of it?
Mm-hmm.
And what you've done is you've become a beacon to those type of people to allow them to open up
Mm-hmm.
and to express what's going on that they're struggling with, and
Mm-hmm.
then sometimes intentionally I'll create scenarios only to sort of be a beacon of hope to people who are scared to speak to someone, really, because I've been in that situation before,
Yeah,
so I know what it's like. So I'm not doing it because I don't understand. It's because I've worn many t-shirts,
yeah.
so like uh, so yeah,
Cool.
sort of thing people should really do,
Mm-hmm.
is allow to reach out to people and just check that they're okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean that's super nice because these days the internet is just such a foul place most of the
Uh,
time.
so,
um, like I said
yeah.
before, thank you so much for being on the show. I am super honored.
Like you said that I'll keep it an hour. I'm sure we've done two.
Hey, whatever. I'm
I,
fine.
I,
We had a
I,
great
I,
conversation, so
it's ended on a good number, so 20. So I'm a good believer in saying numbers. So it's 2020 on a minute. So that's a
perfect.
nice double number to end. So we guardian angels obviously happy as in.
There you go. Awesome. The numbers are numbering. There, the fates are deciding
No,
a
actually,
good fate.
double numbers, right? Double numbers always mean your guardian angels tell you something.
Yeah, yeah. I hear people get those tattooed on their bodies. I still have to look into that concept. I don't know.
So look, people say, "Oh, you must be dead religious, bro," and I was like, "No, I just kind of call Pope." Like that name was given to me by the community. Like I didn't
Nice.
just sit there and go, I wouldn't
Yeah.
want to call myself it, you know. It's because I was always helping people, so it was
Awesome.
that was given to me. But at the same time, I'm more spiritual than
Hmm.
religious, so
Awesome.
it's just that way for me.
Yeah.
It's easier. It's just.
Well,
Uh,
my online handle is omjesus, omgzus, and so I guess it's within the same realm kind of, but mine's just a stupid joke of a character I made in WoW when I was like 22. And yeah,
yeah, yeah.
so it's interesting. omjesus interviewing Pope art people. You got it today. I hope
Yeah.
it felt like you were in a cathedral of art and understanding and all sorts of incredible facts. And again, thank you so much, sir, for being here.
Just
Anything
having fun.
else? Anything else you'd like to say before I cut you loose so you can get back
Oh,
to your tranquil
you
day?
definitely want to cut it loose because I'll have you here for 10 hours, 12 hours.
All
It'll be
right.
the longest stream of your life.
Well, this is going on YouTube, so this is a secret until next week. Another thing to be revealed, but at least you don't have to wait that long for people to see this on the internet. Um,
I'll happily retweet it or whatever it is you need
sure.
us to do. Uh,
Thank you so much. Again, you can find him on the internet at POPE art _ on Instagram and on Twitter. Is that correct?
You know why I had to put underscores, because loads of people had already pitched my name.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, and they've only got like 25 followers, and I was like, oh god, I'm gonna have to put underscore. But then it turned out quite nice, because look at, like, for example, say poor Bart,
Yeah.
and then
Oh,
underscore Bart.
yeah.
It looks like I've signed it off, like
Right.
slash.
Yeah, like
You know,
Pope Art.
so,
Nice. I like that.
so it kind of worked out in the end.
Yeah.
And then obviously I couldn't have poor Bart slash on Instagram because someone had pitched that as well. So I was like, oh, I put a 3 in there. I
Yeah.
was like, oh god, complex trying to get your name, you know.
Yeah, it's tough. You have to be you would have had to have done this like 15, 20 years ago.
Oh,
It's pretty
honestly, I
annoying.
don't take it all. I don't take social media to heart. Honestly, it's literally a dumping ground for me. It's just like
Yeah.
tell a tale. Like I'd go for a cup of tea.
Well, hey,
It's like
I'm glad you're on there because that's what got me in touch with you. Sir,
nice.
thank
Take care, anyways.
you so much. Remember, you are here. This person on Neon Pocket Dimension on YouTube. Also check out Neon Gaming Dimension for our gaming stuff. Odd Valley Studios, all that stuff. Please check out Pope Art's stuff. If you've never somehow heard of him, there's all sorts of awesome products out there you may be able to find. Obviously, some upcoming things you should be looking out for, so make sure to give him a follow on social media. And say hi to him on Twitter, because he's obviously a really cool dude. So again, thank you so much.
We'll do it with a big heart. That's all. Anyway, take care.
Why don't you sign us off with something like give me like a saying from your neck of the woods that you would sign off, and you don't have to do it slow or anything.
So like in my natural tongue.
Yes, I want to hear like a sign off from you.
Right. So I'm Ganyam.
There you go.
So basically, all I is I'm going home. So Ganyam.
There you go. I don't know if I could repeat that.
That wasn't a swear word. Honestly, it was just me saying I'm going home.
No, I mean, I don't know if I could do it with the accent, you know.
They say Gannon.
Gannon?
Gannon. Him.
Him?
Yeah, so Gannon here.
Gannon him.
Gannon here. Right, just say Gannon here.
I'm going to say that all the time now. Thanks a lot.
For your partner, it's Wallace. So Wallace.
Wallace.
That's your partner. So your wife or your girlfriend.
Oh.
Wallace.
All right. I'll call her that when I see her in just a moment.
You all right, Wallace?
All right. So let's do it one last time, and then I'll hit stop recording, and then we can go about our lives. Gannon him.
Yep.